Does setting goals freak you out? Like, you want to set a goal, but you want to know that you're going to hit it. Because if you don't hit it, you're going to beat yourself up and you're going to feel like a failure. So you tend to set these goals that are really comfortable and that you know fit within your current circumstance. Well, today, we're gonna squash that, my friend, because you deserve to go after your huge, scary, crazy goals, and I wanna help you accomplish them. So stick around because I'm gonna give you 6 amazing hacks that you can start to really seep into your wonderful brain to help you achieve anything you want. What up, Jen Johnson here. So excited that you landed on my page so we could hang out today. Each and every single week on this channel, I love to share with you ways to grow your faith and your business together so you can create more purpose in your work, doing the thing God created you to do, and impact in the world, making that contribution. So if you're a first timer to this channel, just hit subscribe below along with the bell so every single week you and I can hang out. I don't know about you, but I'm super hard on myself. And if I set a goal, I want to know that it's going to be hit, because if it's not, I'm gonna beat myself up. Recently in this leadership event I attended, we set this crazy goal to raise money for a specific charity. And we set it to do this within a 14-hour window, $12,000 in 14 hours. We were committed to raising. Now, immediately I went to well, how are we gonna do that? Like, before we actually commit to that, can I actually let my analyzer figure out the blueprint and the plan and the thing and how-tos and that, right? Our mind loves to be prepared to prepare before we actually commit to anything. And what happens is that we end up not committing. So let me give you some ways that you can really go about flipping that script so that way, whatever you do, you actually set yourself up to win. So you may be thinking, Jen, I really want to set these amazing goals, but I'm afraid because what if I don't hit them? Well, I'm going to actually give you a bonus tip at the end of this video, so stick around to the end because it's going to blow your mind. Plus, I have a free 90-day planner habit tracker to give to you as well. All right, ready? How to accomplish anything that you want. Number 1, before you decide how you're going to accomplish your goal, you get to decide and declare the goal. So often, as I was mentioning, we want to know the how. And especially when it comes to faithing it till you make it, like stepping into God's big plans for us and really going out there and creating from faith. A lot of times we're like, okay, God, just tell me what you want me to do. And then before we want to commit to it, we're like,
so let me see if that's let me get back to you. Let me see if I really want to do that, or if I'm really capable, or if it works within my current circumstance, and then I'll let you know.
But that's not operating out of faith, right? We get to decide exactly what it is that we want and declare that we're doing it no matter what. Because until we decide, the how is really irrelevant and we're not committed to how to do it anyways. So what is it that you really want to create? It can sound crazy. It could sound uncomfortable. It could sound a little scary. It should. So allow yourself to be freaked out a little bit in this process and decide that you're going for it. Then you can start to focus on the how. And remember, there's 1,000 ways to do anything. So the how, really, you get to try out a lot of different things, like test, tweak, change, alter, like be adaptable during the process. The second thing is commit to the process. Whatever the process is, you've already decided, you've already declared it's gonna happen, so whatever you do, commit to it 100%. You know, doing something at 99%, 98% is way harder than just stepping all in, because there's resistance. And where there's resistance, the thing is going to persistently not show up. So just honor your commitments and make sure that you follow through. You know, every time we don't honor our commitment, we actually start to trust ourselves a little less. And when we start to trust ourselves a little less, more doubt creeps in, more fear, more worry. So just start honoring your commitments. Number 3, this is a biggie. Be willing to give up short-term satisfaction for long-term gain. I don't know about you, but I don't really like working out. Like, it's not my thing. I have other things I'd rather be doing. And the reality is that I want my body to be healthy long-term. I want to live a long life. So in order to do that, I get to give up the temporary satisfaction of, chilling on my couch watching Netflix and actually spending 20, 30 minutes, an hour, like working out and making that a daily commitment. There's always going to be things that we don't want to give up, but in order to get what we really want, it's going to be necessary. If we want to lose weight, we get to give up donuts. If you want to build a business, you may have to give up some of your Netflix time, or, what does that look like for you? What are things that you are trying to keep in your life, but then realizing you don't have time for the things that are most important? We always make time for the things that are important. So what is eating up your time? The fourth thing you want to do is look at what's working and what's not working objectively instead of emotionally. A lot of times when there's a breakdown and something's not working, we get into sadness, frustration. We let our feelings take over in the moment, and it doesn't allow us to objectively look at, hey, okay, what's working, what's not working. So what's working, we get to continue to do and hone in and dive in deeper and make it better and better and better. What's not working gets to change. So when you can really sit down and think every single day, I literally write this in my journal every single day, what's working, what's not working. And when you can start to hone in on what's not working, you allow yourself to become very aware of it, and you can start to think objectively like, how can I tweak this? How can I make it better? What would be a better approach? What would be a different method? And really go there. And it's nothing to get emotional about. We tie all these emotional feelings, and then they keep us in a stuck mode or in a sadness and in a low energy to where we're not really creating from a high frequency or a great space that is going to allow us to achieve a great result. The fifth thing that you want to do is start to create urgency versus desperation. Do you ever feel like you're just trying too hard? If you're just going after something, it feels so forced, it feels so unnatural, it feels like you're just so desperate for it to happen. Success doesn't come from that place. Success comes from creating urgency and having a knowing of where you're going and that you are going to get there. Now, you may not get there today, you may not get there in a week. Every goal we set has a different timeline. And so we just get to be on the path and trust the process and create an urgency and an excitement around what it is that we're doing versus being so desperate for it that we're like, I'll take anybody, I'll do anything. That doesn't attract, it actually repels. So how can you create a higher energy and excitement around what it is that you're doing? Maybe you need to enroll yourself into this vision that you have, because until you're enrolled, you're not going to be able to enroll anybody else. Make sure you're 100% enrolled in the thing that you've declared to do. Number 6, and this is a really big one, be open to change and coaching. As leaders, we get to adapt constantly. Change is inevitable. The seasons change, our kids change, our relationships change. The time is always changing. The technology is always changing. As leaders, we get to step into being adaptable to change. And we also get to be very comfortable with receiving feedback from our peers, from our mentors, from our coaches, and taking it, again, objectively, not personally, and getting emotionally attached. Receiving feedback is one of the best ways to really step into leadership and bettering ourselves. So who can you receive feedback from? One of the places I love to receive feedback from is you. I love asking you, what's working, what's not working for you? How can I make things better? How can I make things better in my Turn Purpose to Profit community? I'm doing a webinar. What do you think would be the best title? What do you think this? What do you think that? Always surveying and asking questions, because I love the feedback. I'm open to change, and I want to encourage you to be the same way. All right, so here's the bonus as promised. Let's say you create this amazing goal. It's a little risky, it's a little stretchy, and you're really nervous about it. And let's say you hit it 70%. You didn't hit it 100%. Maybe the numbers were a little off, right? So what do you do? What do you do when you don't actually hit the goal? This was a big aha for me, by the way. You allow yourself to, kick and scream and throw a little 2-minute temper tantrum and you get over it. That's it. You don't have to beat yourself up and feel like a failure because the chances are you accomplished. You won at the goal in some capacity. Even if you don't hit it at 100%, let's say your goal was to generate $20,000 this month, but you generated $17,000. Are you gonna be sad about that? Are you gonna be sad that you generated $17,000 this month? No. You're going to celebrate your win. And then you get to look objectively and think again, not emotionally, like, gosh, what would it have taken for me to really hit 100%? Guaranteed you're learning a lesson in this process. So when you go set a new goal, you're going to be on fire and you're going to take that lesson with you into the next declaration. So stop beating yourself up and stop setting small goals. You get to set your big, crazy goals, go into them scared, go into them nervous, go into them excited, whatever the feelings are, you get to step into them courageously and act. Act in a big, new way. New action creates new results. So comment below, what new action do you get to take today? What's the new goal that you're setting for yourself? I would love to hear it and support you. Plus, I also have my 90-day planner habit tracker to help you break up with your old habits, build new ones, really set those goals with intention. One of the best ways to set goals when you're creating a declaration is to create an actual date and make it measurable. So I have some different pieces inside of this actual PDF that you can download to start filling that out. What habits do you need to break up with? What new habits do you get to create to start stepping into new ways of being so that the things that you're doing actually land for you and you achieve? So I'll put the link to that in the description below so you can download and get to work. And while you're down there, if you're not a part of the Turn Purpose to Profit community yet, why not? It's amazing. There's hundreds and hundreds of Christian entrepreneurs in there just like you, looking to grow their faith, learning to lead like Jesus, learning to build your business upon solid biblical principle and foundation. And we would love to support you in this group, and we would love your value to be offered inside of this group as well. So be sure to join, answer the questions so I know you want to be there, and I look forward to seeing you inside. And that is all I wrote for you today, my friends. I absolutely love, love, love that you are here. Appreciate you so much for tuning in and spending time with me on this channel. I love being able to pour value into you, helping you on your journey. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of that. Until next time, God bless. I'll see you soon.